Good morning. Got a little bit later start to today than I wanted to. I'm pleasantly surprised. It was supposed to be thunderstorms all day today. When I woke up, I looked to see what the weather was going to be like, and looks like it's not going to rain until I have to go back to the airport. So I've got a few hours, not a lot of time, but I've got time for, not sponsored by Tim Hortons, some coffee, and a little bit of breakfast here. I've got a maple donut. I am in Canada after all. So wanted to wake up early and go to breakfast and get somewhere with pancakes and just thick, authentic Canadian maple syrup. Didn't happen. I had to finish editing yesterday's video and uploading it. So yeah, I'm in the arts district. It's a local 2. I'm looking for a local 3. I have no idea where to find one. But I'm gonna enjoy this donut. I'm gonna enjoy this coffee. And I'm gonna enjoy this city. No idea where I am. I took a left turn and a right turn and a couple left turns and a couple of right turns, and somehow I ended up, I think, pretty close to Ludia, because there is the Ferris wheel that I remember from yesterday. We do have a rare strike tower. Looks like a Diplocalus, yeah, or Diplodocus. Diplo. A Dracorex, and then I think that's a Bronzatium. The team that I have here is actually the team that one of the game designer who's in charge of stats and battles. This is the team he runs. So if it's good enough for him, it's good enough for me. And unfortunately, it makes me sad because I didn't want to really use Thor, and I definitely didn't want to buff up Thor. But here I am, and here we are. So it's been a fun little trip around town. I have to say that my arm is getting tired, so I'm going to actually prop up my camera here as soon as my magnet takes a swipe of the Diplo. much better. It's been crazy, just allowing yourself to get lost in a town that you don't know. A, can be extremely unsafe, but also B, can be extremely rewarding. And I just kind of stumbled across cool things. I think I went through like Koreatown or China. It didn't look like a Chinatown, it looked more like a Koreatown to me. I went through it like a parliament. I don't know, but very old historic buildings that they're old, like I said yesterday. And again, like I said yesterday, not old as in broken down, but old as in historic. And One of the things that you don't realize is I grew up in Texas and then moved to LA with a couple stops in between, but for the most part, everywhere I've ever lived has kind of been new, and by new I mean 150 years, give or take. But this is a whole nother level, and this is one reason why I want to travel abroad, is because the time scale of California old and the time scale of mankind old are like, it's a blip on the map as far as what California has. And I want to experience, I want to see these things that are just historic and built to last. Not that things today aren't built to last, but just, I like envisioning what life might have been like 200, 300, 400, 500 years ago along those same streets. So it was a cool little walk, allowing myself to get lost. I have a pretty good idea. I think Ludia, the offices where I were yesterday, are relatively close by, so I'm not that worried about it. Tower was no problem. I'm sure nobody here struggled with this. And rare 5,000 coin. Slowly but surely I'm building my coin up pretty high. Allosaurus I will take. Brontotherium, okay. Triceratops is pretty useful. Dracorex is extremely useful, especially if you are going after Uterinax. There is a treasure chase nearby. Let me open up this incubator, and then I also have my 15-minute incubator about to open. I believe I'm in a, ooh, Tanicalagrius. I believe I'm in a local 4. And if that is indeed the case, and I say that based off one spawn, this Parasaurolophus in the distance. Like that is the only thing that I'm basing this off of. Speaking of Parasaurolophus, I'm gonna head towards this treasure chase. Let me ditch some DNA here. I don't know what I'm allowed to talk about and what I'm not allowed to talk about from yesterday. They went over so much stuff. It was a ton. Like, they're working on so many things for Jurassic World Alive that I don't know what is immediate, like 1.8 immediate, and I don't know what's like someday, but a lot of cool features, and that's really all that I'm gonna say about it. Even when I get the okay to talk about things, part of the fun of a game is the discovery, and so I think I will leave some of that for you guys to just discover. And man, no epics spawning, but treasure chase. It's a good way to build up some coin. I'm not gonna lie. I kind of want to do this zip line, ropes course, zip line, whatever you want to call it. It looks more like a ropes course. It says zip line. Maybe the zip line goes somewhere else. That looks like a lot of fun. Something to do if you are in Montreal. I think I'm down at Old Port at this point. What just spawned around me? Today is Saturday, so Stegosaurus galore. Spino, I always have people asking for Spino from my alliance, so I'll go ahead and dart this as I make my way over to the treasure chase. I have a ton of like boosts, tier boosts saved up. I don't know what to do with them. I'm like the only one playing this game who has Thor that hasn't boosted it out of its mind. Probably should get on that. Gaming Beaver would tell me I need to go ahead and do that. I was hoping it would get a nerf. I did not get the impression that it is going to get a nerf, so that's kind of foils my hopes and dreams right there. I'm gonna walk over here around the corner and we're gonna wrap up the final little trek around Montreal. All right, here we go. Supply drop. I think it's 37.50, but here's a little nugget for you. You see this Ferris wheel back here? This is part of like a carnival of some kind that they have down here at Old Port, I think is what it's called. And there are a lot of buildings inside of there that were the inspiration for the fairgrounds? The new arena, amusement park. The new arena that the tournaments take place in. And so, kind of cool. Like something you wouldn't know unless you were from around here. A little nugget that they hid in the game. But yeah, like the Ferris wheel and then maybe some buildings off in there. Anyway, that's gonna wrap up my visit to Montreal. Great time. Look at downtown. Absolutely great time. And can't say thank you enough. I appreciate Ludia for having me out. And hopefully I can do this again sometime. And for now, it's time to pack. Gotta catch a flight and gotta get back home. But this was definitely worth the trip. Highly recommend Montreal if you're looking for a place to travel. So for now, that's all I've got. So until next time.